Hello, I want to let everybody know how court went today, and I'll give the gist of it up front. And we're going into mediation, which means kind of negotiating. And the next court date we have is going to be September the 9th. So, I have a brother who lives in Germany, and he's schizophrenic, and he decided to gum up the works. So he did some kind of filing for partitioning the property. You know, he's mentally ill, so um, I don't think what he did really is going to make much of a difference, except for some entertainment value, maybe. Um, so what happened? We get up there, and the issue is, um, well, I have three brothers and two sisters. So my mother divorced my father, this is years ago, over 30 years ago, and my father married Marianne, and she had two children from prior marriage, and that's her children, my step brother and sister. So what happened is when they had COVID, um, my stepsister devised a plan to. She plundered the place. She stole several. Some of my father's journals, like address and contact information, and an entire file. She probably stole like a large box of legal documents, including drafts for the will. This is a speculation. I have evidence of what she did. She's confessed to it, actually. So her idea is my father passes away from COVID, and then my stepmother, and a lot of her behavior is just it's very immoral. Like she wouldn't let me check on. She didn't have the best interests of her mother at heart. So this is a scheme that she has to. Um, my father dies, and then she thinks everything goes to my stepmother, and then she dies, and then everything goes to her. And she wants to sell the property. All my worldly possessions, my home, all my worldly possessions are on the property. So she wants to liquidate all the assets that she can get. She thinks she can get as much as $200,000 and probably just burn through it in a 6 month bender. But that's what she wants to do. And unfortunately, one of my sisters is helping her, on her side, helping her do this because she wants a cut. And all kinds of drama and issues that we have. So, I mean, I live here. I've lived here for over 30 years. And like my brother's in Germany, my sister's the one that's creating problems. She doesn't live in the state of Texas. Um, so it's just all this family drama. I don't have any ill will towards anybody, but I have to protect myself and my own interests. It's like I don't want to lose my home. What about all my property, my things? Um, I have to try to maintain the estate. My uncle's staying there as well. He's elderly. He's been in very bad health. He's having heart. He's got congestive heart failure. So there's a lot of issues. So these people that don't care about like my stepbrother and stepsister, they don't care about anything but money. They don't care about my circumstances, situation, or anything. They just want this cash. They just want to cash everything out. So it's just a money making scheme. And I wish I was able to check on it, just to if she was going to die, my stepmother, at least to be there to comfort her. But I don't. I think it's a wrongful death, honestly, and I mean to do something about it as soon as I can. I don't think Marianne should have. She didn't have COVID when she died. I think that they hastened her demise. I'll put it that way. And I intended to see if everything's resolved well. I think there should be accountability. Marianne was a good woman, didn't deserve to die the way she did. So we go to court. I get there, and you got to defer to legal counsel, I guess, and that's what it just goes to remediation. My brother's trying to sabotage everything or gum up the works for whatever reason. I'm talking about one of my other brothers about it, and it's like he's paranoid schizophrenic. There's no, you can't figure it out. It's madness. He's insane. So he's just doing some crazy stuff. He's proved that to me. I don't know. You got to protect yourself from harm. So there's nothing I could. He needs. My brother schizophrenia needs help. He probably needs to be institutionalized, but that's out of my hands, honestly. So what are we going to do now? Remediation, I guess. We'll see what happens. So this means things are still in flux. Um, I guess I sort of have a strategy, you know, but I need to keep that to myself mostly. So the only issue is, and pray about this, is they want to come on the property and do a quick run through inventory, but there's a lot of things in that property that don't belong to them. They aren't really part of the estate, and there's nothing of value of my father or Marianne. It's just papers and effects, and clothes. Nothing. There's nothing of value there. I mean, things that are value is my personal property and my uncle's personal property. Uh, they don't have any claim on it. I really have me and my uncle have an issue with them coming on the property. They should be allowed to do it. And their whole he's named my stepbrother's named the executor of his mother's estate, which he shouldn't have been named as the executor of the estate, of her estate. And of course, everything's in mediation right now. Now he threatened me. Honestly, I was in there, and Teresa. I mean, it's a fact. Like I said, I have evidence that she plundered the place. It's not just I think she did. We got admission from her and other evidence that she stole the will and the drafts of the will. So I want to tell us I don't appreciate you burglarizing the place and plundering the place. I think it's disgusting what you try to do just so you can get a quick buck. You're gonna, prevent your mother's will from being executed. So then, then Michael starts threatening me. I'm gonna take you outside. Let's go outside. And it's like, don't threaten me with violence, buddy. So that's why I take it that Michael is threatening to assault me. That's what that means, doesn't it? I'm gonna take you outside. And so I don't really appreciate that. So it's time to leave, and it's like this guy needs to stay away from me. He's made threats of bodily harm against me. He really wants that money, man. He wants that money. I guess he'll kill people and hurt people and assault people for money. And he has his own place. This is my home. He's trying to take my home away from me. And Teresa's made her own decisions. She has places to stay. Anyway, I helped build that house and maintain that property. And they're just going to come over and take away what me and my father worked to build for over 30 years. She's just going to come in there and take it so she can have her 6-month bender. And then, and sadly, I have a family member that's trying to help her execute that plan so she can get a cut. It's awful. I still feel confident. I'm not scared or nervous. I don't like this guy threatening me physically. I served 30 years in the military, and I got service-related disabilities, and I'm already hurt, so I'm not going to let anybody hurt me, so if he makes these threats, I need to take them very seriously, and I will do what's necessary to protect myself from bodily harm. So I hope it doesn't come to that. I don't want violence, and all this is about is greed, and the links this guy would go, and unfortunately, some of my families go for greed. But anyway, that's the status right now. So Paul tries to gum up the work or sabotage everything with trying to partition the property, some harebrained scheme. And the judge is there. He reads everything. It's like, what's going on? It's hard to make heads or tails of it at first, but their lawyer's trying to go to remediation. I saw them there, and I told them I don't appreciate them burglarizing the place. They have property that needs to be it doesn't belong to her or him. And I think the lawyer's dishonest, saying that there's no will or paperwork I know of. I don't believe it. They know full well. Like I said, I can prove at this point, I collected all the evidence to prove that they burglarized the place to steal the will, to prevent it from being executed. I found a copy of the will. So we'll see what happens. Things are in flux, and I can foresee a resolution, but we'll see how everything plays out. I have to fight for my own interests and those of the family. And like I said, there's a lot of conflict. It's sad. I don't have any ill will towards anybody, honestly. You shouldn't. I don't appreciate being robbed. I don't appreciate a lot of things that these people, they don't have any morals, you know. So I'm going to keep the situation in prayer, and I have other writing my books. I'm going to have a revised edition of the Abius book, improved edition, out very, very soon. And then I've got other books I'm working on. It's time to publish my doctoral thesis, and I have some issues with the military that I'm working on as well. So these are exciting times, you know, a whole bunch of different battles at the same time. A lot of things going on. So just keep me up through, you know, support me in your prayers, and hopefully a just and equitable, fair solution will be made, and they satisfy everybody. And I'm concerned about my brothers too, my little brother, and I'm kind of with the brother in Germany. I'm just taking things so far. I'm kind of done with him. But I mean, the Bible says you should love your enemies. You know, you should love and forgive your brothers too. But it's difficult dealing with mental illness. You know, it's hard. What do you do? So just keep the situation in prayer, and just pray for a good resolution. Well, you know, we're sort of mediation. Are we going to make are we going to be able to resolve things in mediation? Maybe, but probably not. We'll see what happens. So let's pray about what I'm concerned about is them coming on the property, and you know, he's already threatened to kick my ass in the courtroom, making threats of violence. So it's not good, and I'm not going to let anybody harm me. So just pray about the situation. Hopefully everything will work out good. So thank you, and God bless you.